Well, as a healthcare practitioner, my concern is, dispelling some of the myth and the fiction from the facts.
Meet Dr. Roger Martinez, a local chiropractor that wants to educate the community on the facts of radiation exposure. Using his 8 years of experience as a biochemist and expertise with X-rays, Martinez wants to diffuse the hype about potassium iodine pills protecting those who fear radiation exposure from Japan.
Right now there's like this mad rush to buy up all the potassium iodine because they figure that's like the magic pill. Well, it isn't actually. Potassium iodine is only if you have an acute dosage or a high level of ionized radiation, and so it's not necessarily something that you want to go and jump on and do because there's a lot of side effects.
Dr. Martinez argues Guam needs to be aware but worry less about radiation exposure from Japan's nuclear issues and more about things brewing closer to home.
There are things that we are exposed to, like radon in the homes. If you're in a home, you're going to get exposed to radon, especially here in Guam. There are places where radon is prevalent and it's a radioactive element. Also, potassium, even potassium that you take has a little bit of radiation. So there are things that we get exposed to. If you take a flight from here to Hawaii, you get exposed to ionized radiation from the sun, from the cosmic radiation.
So with constant exposure to radiation, what can you do to protect yourself? Dr. Martinez says there are foods that you can find at your grocery store to combat and absorb radiation in your body, like an apple.
You would think, oh, what does apple have to do with radiation? Well, there's something called pectin, and they found that pectin binds to radioactive particles and passes it through the digestive system and expels it. So, in fact, when Chernobyl took place, they were force-feeding people apples, okay, and that was the way they were able to help people pass a lot of the immediate radiation that they were getting in. So
Martinez also says oranges and lemons are great, as well as broccoli.
There's something called coniferous vegetables, which is broccoli. Okay, now broccoli, spinach. Okay, these leafy greens are high in antioxidants and also have a lot of sulfur, and sulfur is a major antioxidant.
And those who worry about iodine supplements, Dr. Martinez recommends macrobiotic foods such as miso soup or seaweed to protect your thyroid from radiation.
There's enough seaweed in here that you can use it to flavor your foods and get all the iodine you need to help with absorbing some of that radioactive iodine.
Being a medical professional, Dr. Martinez says it's his job to integrate things to help his patients be healthy. And while it's okay to be concerned about radiation exposure, he says it's more important to be aware of the facts and preventative measures.
Ask people to eat well, think well, and move well. Of course, part of that's eating well, and this is a good thing. So if you're eating leafy green vegetables, getting plenty of fruits, okay, and eating macrobiotic foods, those are great things, especially now with a little bit of heightened concern with radiation exposure.